Hello friends! Today we will fetch genres from the database and display them in the sidebar, plus we'll write our first tests. In other words, we'll touch upon the mighty TDD test-driven development. Let's get started. Web Galaxy. So we currently have two routes, main and movie, which for now simply return views. Let's go to the main view, then to the layout, and populate our left sidebar Livewire component. The simplest way to fetch all records from a model is using the all method. Genre all retrieves all genres from the database and will display them in the view using a loop. However, instead of using a standard PHP for each, we'll pass the genres into Alpine.js. This allows us to initially display only 5 genres, with the rest revealed upon clicking a Show All button. To achieve this, we define xData on a parent div with an initial state of Show All Genres false. Then, we use Alpine's x for to loop through genres. If the index is =5, we add a hidden class to hide those genres. If genres count 5, we display a button that toggles visibility. One of Alpine.j's S great features is its seamless integration with PHP collections. We can pass genres directly into X4, and Alpine automatically converts it to JSON. Now let's test it on the site. Expand. Collapse. Everything works like a Swiss watch. Let's debug the genres to better understand what exactly is being retrieved from the database. We'll use Laravel's DD function, which is a built-in debugging tool, in case you didn't know. By calling genre all, we get a Laravel collection object. Inside this collection, there's an items array that contains model objects of genre. Each genre model has an attributes array where all the fields from the database table are stored. Now let's check how Alpine.js handles this. Right-click Inspect. Here we can see that Alpine converts the genres into simple JSON objects, serialized into a string representation. Now, let's dive into testing. For tests, we need a database. To enable this, simply uncomment the DB connection SCLite and DB database memory lines in the phpunit XML file. This tells Laravel to create a separate in-memory database every time the tests run. All tests are located in the tests folder, but we are mainly interested in feature tests. For better organization, I've structured them into subfolders. The homepage test class extends test case, and the hash test attribute marks test methods for execution. This test simply checks that the main root returns a 200 status. Since our page already pulls data from the database, we need to include the refresh database trait to reset the database between tests. Similarly, movie page test works the same way. Now, left sidebar test is more interesting. Here, we use the genre factory, which defines how test data is generated using Faker. The first test creates 3 genres and ensures they are rendered in the correct quantity. The second test verifies that the first and last genre names are correctly displayed. The third test checks that if there are no genres in the database, the page does not throw a 500 error, but instead returns a 200 status. Finally, we run the tests. Everything is green. Beautiful! That's enough for today. See you next time, friends. There's plenty of exciting stuff ahead.